Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Lego Mandalorian here. So, a while ago, I got 5 of the new Mandalorian battle packs, mainly because I wanted to get some of the new Mandalorians that they come with. Now, the problem was, I only wanted the set specifically for the Mandalorians, and I wasn't really interested in owning 5 of those small speeder bikes and 5 of those turrets. So, after I built all the Mandalorians, I kind of just put all my pieces together and kind of just wondered, like, what am I going to do with all these pieces? Am I going to just dump them all into my just random bins? Or am I going to actually put them together and maybe get creative and build something with them? So, what I decided to do, I kind of put all the pieces into specific categories, and then I just decided I'm just going to build one big thing out of all these pieces. So the first thing I noticed was that I had 5 6x6 plates, which I was going to use for the foundation of the whole thing. So I kind of just put them together. I used some more plates to stick them together, just so I'd have just a solid foundation. And I was thinking I was just going to start with that, but then I noticed there was these a lot of these pieces. There's like 1x2 bricks, and then these other pieces that kind of looked like tree branches. So I put them together, and it kind of looked like a palm tree. Like, I mean, like, kind of a dead palm tree, but it looked like a tree. So I put that together, and I used some of the smaller plates. I think they were 1x2 plates to kind of make it look like there's roots coming like out from that you can see on top of the ground. So then I put them like on the one edge, that one edge piece, that one edge 6x6 that you can see right now on screen. So I thought that just got me a good start, because it's gonna be the scene I originally intended to make was kind of like a battle scene. So then, like, that tree would kind of give it like a sense of, like, what kind of planet they're on. I mean, yeah, sure, it kind of looks like a palm tree, but it's Star Wars, and every planet's got a specific quirk. So I decided I was just gonna have that tree in there. So what I wanted to do next was build some kind of like bunker or something. So I noticed I had a whole lot of slopes and not that many bricks. So that was gonna be a bit difficult. So one of the first things I wanted to do was just to use up all my plates and just get like a completely solid structure. And then I was gonna work on the base. So I got all that done. As you can see on the sides, there was these slope pieces, these smooth slope pieces that I kind of just added onto the side. I wasn't really sure how I was gonna use them, but I'll get into how I use them later. So I kind of just added those on the side, and then also those like these light pieces. They kind of looked like there was lights heading up to a doorway. That was just something I wanted to use with those studs. Wasn't really too much use for them in the end, but that's just what I used them for. So after that, I noticed that I noticed the design on the speeder itself had kind of this you know, well, remind me well, what I'm trying to say is I want to use those, like, front pieces of the speeder as kind of like turrets. But the problem was I had like 5 of them, or actually I think I might have actually had 10. So when I put them together, and looked at the like what I had so far, they kind of look like those underwater like motor motor things that divers use to actually go through the water without them actually like um physically like moving themselves, where they just hold on to it. So I thought, like, I could actually turn this whole place into like a whole story about the Mandalorians that are living there. So like they're living kind of on this water-like planet where they where, where they're actually like establishing a colony underwater because no one would expect Mandalorians to go there. So then I'd have them like actually on those things and like actually going underwater and everything. So then I decided, after I was done with that, I wanted to go back up and build kind of like the bunker. But then I noticed, like, with those propeller thingies I made, I could actually use it kind of more of as like a storage shed. So then I built it all up. I couldn't really make it so it's like all fully covered on all sides. So as you can see, I used like a lot of those tall slope pieces for most like the corners and everything because I didn't really have any enough bricks to make it all closed off. So it's like a very open shed. So then the uh the smooth slope pieces that I used were like, as you can see, are actually now actually used to kind of hold them out, so then you can just take one of them and then just plunge it into the water. Um, and then I had actually a lot of slope pieces left that I didn't use for the roof that I wasn't really sure how I was going to use them. So what I tried to do originally was make like a throne or like a watchtower on top of the shed. But when I looked at it, it looked really bulky and it did not look like, a watchtower or a throne. So then what I did, I kind of took what I had off of the shed roof and then I kind of modified it and then it actually looked like a kind of like a speeder boat. Now we don't really see that many speeder boats in Star Wars, but I actually do think it kind of fits the aesthetic that I was going for. And then that became like basically the final build of all these spare pieces that I had from the Mandalorian sets. So now, as you can see in the end here, I have all my blue Mandalorians since this whole story that I've made up is supposed to be on a water planet. Now you can see some of them on the propellers, on the boat, and on the land. So I gotta say, like, this whole thing was completely improvised. I never intended it to be how it was. I mean, I did have basic ideas from it, and like, I didn't really expect to put a story behind it, but this all was completely improvised, and it kind of just progressed naturally, which was really interesting because when I build Lego sets, I usually just, when I build it, I put it up on a shelf. I'll occasionally take it down every now and then, but I rarely ever like use the parts inside a set and then just build something myself from it. So I thought this was a really interesting experience because this is something I never do. And yeah, I didn't really want to build any of the I didn't want to keep any of the builds in there. I just wanted sets for the Mandalorians. So I doubt I'll actually keep the this around very long, but I just thought that that would be something really interesting I could do. So that was basically the whole story of me using my parts from the new Mandalorian sets. So anyway, what do you think of my build in the comments section below? What do you think of this whole video? I know this is something that I've never really done before. I haven't uploaded in a while. Let me know all that in the comments section below. And anyway, if you like this video, you can give it a like. If you want to see more of this kind of content, you can subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Mm.